Alright, hello there people, how are we doing? It is Tuesday, time for some workshop skin checks. However, there is a bit of a thing about this week. So, what do we normally do? We take a look at all of the new skins that have just appeared, and yeah, we have the financial perspective of, right, will this have an impact on pre-existing skins and whatnot? However, as you are well aware, we're currently going through Christmas. We just had Christmas week 1, and here's the confirmation, we are going to have a Christmas week 2. We're going to have Christmas week 2, we're going to see a top holiday picks week 2 appearing. However, we still got a whole bunch of regular skins submitted today. So next week we will go back to normal. We will have a top picks of the week in December made by TGG as well. But all the skins being submitted today will end up in his list for next week. So we're getting a sneak peek. We're getting the quick look into potentially what might appear for not this week's Rust rotation, which of course will be week 2 Christmas, but the week after, the one for New Year's. New Year's going in 2022 into 2023, so the last Rust rotation of 2022. So yeah, this is the current week 1 skins. That, of course, came from this batch. We still don't fully know if skins from this batch will still appear in week 2, but we'll worry about that when I do a separate video talking about the week 2 batch when it appears. So this is why I'm doing this video now. So, of course, as I said, all of these skins, they are not going to be appearing in the Rust rotation this week. Just making that clear. It's only going to be Christmas skins again this week, but all of these skins that we see very likely could appear for the next Rust rotation, or the Rust rotation of that, or maybe the Rust rotation of that. Just understand, they've been uploaded, and we're going to take a look at them, and then yeah. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. So let's just jump straight in. Well, what do we have to begin with? It's the deplorables, and we're starting off with an X-ray bag that glows in the dark, made by Jessin and Xenia Paris. So, as you can see, it's a skeleton, and in the dark it glows. Ooh, I mean, kind of written right there, wasn't it? But yeah, fairly tame idea. Nothing too crazy, nothing insanely colourful. It's just a nice, straight-to-the-point idea, and, you know, that works perfectly fine. So, yes, would you like to end your year with potentially receiving this X-ray bag? Ooh. Good job there, Jessin and Xenia Paris. We'll now move on to talking about garage doors. So recently we had the pizzeria furnace, and that did very nicely, didn't it? Sold very well. Lots of people happen to like pizza, who would have guessed? Well, Got Time has decided to make a pizza garage door. Now, if you get the idea, it's like the cardboard box, and then you got one slice left, and then it rolls up. Buddy, that's a clever idea. Who doesn't like to roll up their slices? And that's clever. That's actually a smart idea. That's cool. So, fun idea. Will that potentially be accepted? Would you associate pizza with New Year's? Maybe for a party? It's a cool idea. Then we'll take a look at the likes of the Cobalt Nuclear glow-in-the-dark garage door made by Antonio. So let's get a good look at that. So apparently it glows like that. This is what it looks like during the day. You can see that yellow outline there. Not sure where the light is actually coming from. That's one thing I'm trying to figure out. But yeah, at night time it has this glow that looks like that. That looks cool. Looking very nice. Not too wacky of a design, but it's very grounded. More realistic, I guess you could say. So it's not like got multiple different colours painted all over it and whatnot. Just a nice grounded idea. So good stuff there, Mr. Antonio. Now we're moving on to large boxes. Mr. Epic glows at night and in other dark places. A realistic reimagining of the bait collection. A neon sign, fluorescent lights all around, and electric wires on the bottom. It seems that someone has found a use for a long, dusty and crumpled piece of metal, painted in eye-catching colours. Everything you need is depicted on it. Definitely not a trap. So, yep. It's got a nice graffiti style. Yep. All doodles and whatnot. Very nice. Very cool. So that's a fun-looking design. And, of course, as he said, it does glow in the dark. So, cool. Alright then, now we'll move on to Mandala large box. So this is I don't know. I was trying to figure it out. I thought I could figure out what the design was, but nope, it's just nice bejeweled box. Very cool. Made by Mr. Scropin. No text. For the most valuable items. Yeah, I guess, yeah. And then you got the mood board. And yeah, I'm led to believe it's meant to be like a jewel box, where you keep your valuable earrings or necklaces or what. You get the idea. Now I'll move on to furnaces. We are still seeing some cold theme skins. So this isn't necessarily a Christmas skin. Rather, it's a cold theme skin. It's an igloo. Igloos aren't to do with Christmas. They're literally yeah, you get the idea. It's ice themed. So we're going to probably see quite a lot of this for the next couple of weeks maybe. And then eventually when it's not so cold anymore, people probably won't care so much. But Mr. Ideal right here. This is the improved ice version of my previous year's igloo furnace. New high poly model, new textures, new glow. Everything is reworked. Looking very nice. Looks cool. And at night time, the whole thing lights up, it looks like. All the lines. Yep. It's not the best thing to get a good idea of, but yeah, it definitely looks like the whole thing, all the lines, all the brickwork, it all lights up very nicely. So good job there, Mr. Ideal. Now we'll move on to corn furnace. Yes, I hope it doesn't turn into popcorn. Or maybe you do. Well, it's a silly idea, and we have seen a whole bunch of random vegetables and fruit getting a furnace skin recently, or fairly recently. What was it? The last proper one was the. My brain's gone flat. I'm going to need to look. Furnaces, show me all of them. Thank you, SCM, for being ever so helpful. So we go by newest. So we've had pizza, we've had pineapple, we had zucchini, and then a couple years back we did have strawberry, and yeah. So, looks like we're potentially getting another fruit or vegetable furnace, made by Zinc, Michael, and MM. Very cool. And at night, only a portion of it glows in the back, and some of the pieces that have corn pieces missing are dark. That's clever. That's actually a pretty cool idea there. Right, cool. Maybe we'll get some corn for New Year's. Then we got the Mystical Furnace made by Little Ranger. Oh, we've got a nice little visual right there of it. Get a good look at over here. So, fairly tame design. It's got a very nice piece of brickwork design around here. And then you see all of this. It's like nice masonry. Oh, and you've got the nice symbol here. Two of these pieces glow in the dark, probably. Yep. Now it's not necessarily glow in the dark. It's when it's lit at night time, is what I meant to say. So when it lights up, you get these symbols appear, and the lights glow. I guess you could say that's his mouth, and he's going ah. So cool, nice furnace, Mr. Little Ranger. Now we're going to move on to the only wooden door of the week, made by Hashaki. It is a toilet wooden door, and So I saw this yesterday with my stream, and we're looking at this and we thought, hang on a minute, is that a keyhole? Oh, yeah. So see how the rock here in the background is nice and brown, and then you've got the blue sky. Well, you've got a bit of brown there, and you've got a bit of blue sky there. So yeah, that seems to be something you can look through. And in the background right there, you can see the barn. Yeah. So yeah, looks like he's decided, if we got that animal's wooden door being accepted just a couple of weeks ago, which had, obviously the transparent peephole, I guess you could say, surely I can make a wooden door with a hole as well. So maybe we're going to start seeing that a whole lot more soon. So we'll see what happens. But yes, this is another wooden door with a little peephole made by Mr. Hashaki. So let's see if that potentially gets accepted. It was very random to see Face Punch accepting that wild animal's door and to allow transparency again for a door, but maybe it's only going to be a one-off thing, or maybe we'll start seeing some more being submitted and accepted. We'll find out. Now we're moving on to sheet metal doors, starting off with the industrial sheet metal door made by Spectre, Pretex and Milok. We've only got one image. I guess that's that. You can see some of the symbols here for danger, so flammable and corrosive, I believe. Or, it'll burn your skin. So, warnings, do not go through here. And then we're on to flower door, no glow. And then there is a glow version as well. So, S314 Noza, don't know how to pronounce your name, sorry about that, but I'll just say it quite literally. Didn't we see a skin from you? Is it? I think we've already seen this. Yeah, this isn't going to be the first time I say this today. I think some people who submitted some skins just before Christmas thought to themselves, oh, hang on a minute, is this potentially going to be bad for me? Should I relist it? So yeah, it looks like we've had a couple relistings today. We've already seen this. It was a couple weeks ago. Very fun idea. If I recall, the whole idea was based on a Japanese artist's work. So, cool idea, and then we've got the glow-in-the-dark version, and from what I can remember, it's very bright. It's very bright. Then we're going to look at the Noir sheet metal door. So, Sodsender and Ike Frinier. Ike Frinier. Yep, so he's returned to his Noir collection. There's been many skins that he made for this. Only a few were accepted, but now we've got a very cool looking, like, Noir detective with his guns out and a very nice old style car. The front of that looking very cool. That's a nice design. Does it glow in the dark? No mention of no glow. There you go, straight away. So good job there, you two. Then we have the glow version. The lights, the eyes, and the badge. All the important pieces of a Noir. Yes, cool looking door. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Is the outer rim here also glowing? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Now we've got the Hexador sheet metal door, made by... I can't pronounce that. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. I guess you could say Black Track Workshop. I think that's what it's supposed to be. Sorry about that, I can't pronounce your names. So yes, we have a Hexador sheet metal door, non-glow version, looking quite nice. Very colourful, of course. And then we've got the glow version. And yes, it's not super bright, so that's a positive. You know, when we looked at that flower door, very bright. It actually dims a bit, so nice piece of work. Would it be accepted? We shall see. Maybe the nice bright colours, like... what's it called? The Millennium Ball. I know they have them in. They have it in New York. And it goes down and it lights up and whatnot. So it's not really a proper reference to that. It's just called Hexador. So yeah, maybe it won't be picked for the New Year's Rustle rotation. Then we got the Switchboard metal door, and it glows. Made by Huok, McQuarrie, and Decapitator. It is. Let's go over here. I'm trying to get a good look at it. It's like a deteriorated door. It's got some live wiring out in the open. Yeah, it's a really messed up looking door by design. So it's a very cool idea you've done. I think you've done a very good job here. That looks really cool. I think a lot of people would like that. It's like a realistic danger. Yeah, concept, high poly, final. You did a very good job. That looks awesome. Yeah, I wouldn't say no to that. And then you got a good look of it in game. And at night time, where's the nighttime pics? Yep, there we are. Perfect, that looks awesome. That's a really good idea. You did very good there, you three. Sorry, said 2-3. Yeah, right. Continuation of the animals doors. So, we saw the wooden door being accepted. Now we move straight into the armoured door. So, there's been quite some talk. People asking, hey, is the hatch see-through? Is it, can you see through it? But we did not make the window transparent, since the window on the reinforced door can be opened. Oh, here's answering this question. Basically, they didn't feel the need to make it transparent because it's an armoured door, it has a hatch. You get the idea. And a lot of people might be wondering, oh no, have they made the hatch transparent? Because, when it's open you can shoot through it, but when it's still closed, if it was still closed and you could still see through it, that's very helpful because you can't shoot through the hatch. It would only damage the door, wouldn't it? So, yeah. No, when it's closed, when the thing's closed and you shoot the hatch, it's going to damage the door. That's what I meant to say. So, yeah. It looks like this is turning into a full-on collection, so... I feel like that's a perfectly fine evolution. We went from wooden door to now actually have a proper armoured door. Very nice scratching here as well. But yeah, instead of needing the power of potato settings just to be able to see through the hole, now you actually just have it on a hatch. So That works perfectly fine. I thought that's a very nice next addition. Where do you take it from here? Do you make a sheet metal door? Do you make double doors? Garage door? Maybe. Then we have the dungeon armoured door. Actually, I should have pointed out that was made by Mishka and Demon. Sorry about that. Made by Mishka and Demon. And of course, now we have the dungeon armoured door. This is made by Stepan. We've got the textures here, so the high poly model, and then we have the baked and textured low poly model. Very nice. And then we're going to take a look at it over here, and you get a good look of it in game. Wow, look at the detail. It looks so good. Sorry. Why was I talking like that? I was having fun, that's why. Very cool looking idea. Very cool looking door. Stepan, I think you're doing a pretty good job here. Just trying to think, like, glows in the dark, I got that, but it's always nice when people have a little bit of writing to explain their design choices and the themes that they had. Oh, maybe it has a mood board. So it looks like it quite literally looks like a dungeon door. You've been locked away in a deep pit underground, and there's no escape. And as you can see, people like writing numbers down, counting the days. So yeah, okay, I get that. Alright, that's perfectly fine. And then, with the last skin of the deployables, we have the Comics Armoured Double Door. Comics is returning, made by Mr. Legacy. He is making an attempt to get a double armoured door accepted. Comics has been very successful over the past couple of years. Haven't seen that many this year, though, I would point out. There's been many submissions, but, not so many acceptances. So now they're making a push for the double armoured door, which seems like very reasonable. We recently just did have the armoured door buff, along with the double armoured doors, so they have increased health. And the investor in me will always point out, double doors sell very nicely and are very good investments. So, for example, armoured double door. Let's go get armoured double doors. And yes, get a good look at that. Very, very, very nice. All of the marketable ones in the positive. What was the most recent one that was accepted? Outer Planet's Armoured Door, which was accepted back in March. Well, that sold for $3. Now it sells for $8. Perfectly fine. So, yeah, I always welcome another double armoured door. They are great investments. That sold over 20,000, still did perfectly fine. So, with hardly any that have ever been accepted, I'm perfectly fine to welcome another one. So, yeah, I look forward to that. Feels like a great time for it, and it's been almost a year since the last one being accepted. Could we have another one accepted? Sorry, I got a little bit excited there. Could we have another one accepted just before New Year's? Let's see what happens. So best of luck to you, Mr. Legacy, and to everyone out there that is watching this right now. Do remember, once you've seen this, if you saw a skin that you really do like, please consider going to the Rust Workshop and voting for the skins that you like most. Show your support. Let Facepunch see it, and potentially you could be part of an influence to then potentially have a skin being accepted. So vote for the ones you like. It's as simple as that. I kind of mumbled there. Sorry about that. Right. Now we're on to tools and weapons. We're starting off with another corn. It's a big corn rock made by Firefly, Annetta and Mike. So, what is with corn lately? Why does everybody suddenly want corn? I mean, it's kind of good for you, so... Big old corn on the cob, whack someone round the head with that. I feel like that's a perfectly fine design. I think people would appreciate whacking people with corn. So yeah, cool idea. Then we're going to move on to some hammers. So we have the microphone hammer, glowing indicator. So in a dark area, the red does glow. The red little light bit does glow. So this is made by Freddy and Kruger, who I kind of think is the same person. That's a very cool idea. Very cool idea for a hammer. God, the feedback you get when you whack on the thing. Cool stuff. Then we have a birthday cake hammer. Of course, if you weren't aware, Rust's birthday happened earlier this month. It was the 9th birthday. I really do think next year we're going to have a real big fuss about its 10th birthday. So I wonder if we're going to get a big update for that, and I wonder if we're going to have like a big celebration about it as well. You know how in game right now with Christmas you can grab all the presents. Maybe we're going to have a thing where you grab all the balloons or the cakes or whatever, you know. Think about it. There's probably a big event probably being planned for it. So yeah, very nice thing here, Mr. Novarum and Jürgen Guster. Jürgen Guster, I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to be said. So, no words. We made a little cake for you. Happy birthday, Russ. There you go. Very cute. Very nice. Does it look tasty? Do you reckon it's a... You know what? I think that's got a good chance of being accepted. They haven't... Well... Yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see. I was about to say, I don't think Face Punchers really made that much of a fuss about the 9th birthday, but I would expect something for next year. So, nice little cake. Maybe they'll accept it just to, acknowledge that, hey, yeah, it's our birthday. Thank you very much. Then we'll move on to the 2B number 1 hunting bow made by Alex Valera Work. It kind of reminds me of the comics bow. So Hunter number 1, all this writing. Looks like he's also keeping count of his, kill count. Cool idea. Doesn't seem to have... Oh God, polar bear, run. So yeah, you can see how it evolved. So from black to black to black. Then we'll go take a look at another hunting bow. We have the Speed Controller hunting bow made by Y9J and 34633. No words, no glow. And, well, get a good look at that. Yes. It's like a race car. Cool. Get a good look at it drawn right there. Yep. Fun idea. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Then we have the banana knife again. So, it was about 2-3 weeks ago, Debski... he decided to continue his banana collection, trying to get a combat knife being accepted. Well, looks like he's relisted it. So yeah, there's a couple of skins that you're going to see today that have been relisted. From what we've identified in the past, me and Mr. Micro, we are led to believe that when there's a holiday event going on, all the skins that are submitted just before get paused, so they don't really get missed out. They are still on the table to be selected after the holiday event. But if Debski's allowed to do this and every other person that's relisted their skins, that's fine. Because technically speaking, they haven't submitted a skin this week either, have they? They've just relisted the same thing. So I guess that might be all right. Let's see what happens. So yeah, that could potentially be the first combat knife skin after 2 years. Yes, it's been 2 years since the last marketable one, so let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Banana knife. Hunt down or feed your enemies with this mighty banana combat knife. It's also quite tasty. Grown on local rust farms. No glow. Oh, good. Then we got the El Diablo collection returning. So, we've had a couple El Diablo skins, haven't we? Made by Mr. Eros. Indeed, I remembered. Fun collection. It's got all these embers on the outer rim of the metal, very hot. Well, it looks like he's now decided to try and get an Eoka accepted. Now, it's been a while since the last Eoka. We've had like 2 this year, I believe. So if I could just go down to here, I'll just click this. Sorry. Just trying to breathe. I can breathe. I'm alive. Yeah, we haven't had an Eoka in over 6 months. So this came out in May, this came out in March, and then we had a Christmas Eoka last year. Okay, right, so we've only had 2 this year. Could we have another... Oh, God, where am I? Am I here? Nope. Here? Nope. Yeah. I've lost my trace of... There we go. So, yeah, maybe. El Diablo has been successful so far in having a skin accepted every time there was a new submission. Could we potentially see an Eoka being accepted for next week? Well, there are a couple Eokas in contention for the Christmas week 2, so we'll see what happens with that. But for now... That looks fine. That very likely could be accepted. El Diablo has been successful. It could continue to be successful. So that maybe we will see that next week. Then we got the Blackboard Revolver, a continuation of the Blackboard L9's LR300 that was made and accepted just before Christmas, made by Mr. Kua, of course. And just to point out, the last Revolver skin that was accepted was 4 months ago. So, yeah, probably the most beloved Tier 1 weapon in the game. Very reliable, not too expensive to get the resources to make it. And as you can see, with that very high gun demand, pretty much every single revolver skin, every single marketable revolver skin is in the positive. Just shows you it's a great example of high gun demand. Not the best weapon, but for early on, loads of people will be using it. Very reliable. not too expensive to make, and with such high gun demand, there is a high demand to use the skins, which of course leads to much better prices for the skins. So, I automatically am very happy to see a new revolver skin potentially on the horizon. Good job there, Mr. Kua. And as you could just... I had to go backward, and I've lost it. Well, the colourful revolver came out in like August time, so it's been 4 months. We've only had 3 revolver skins accepted this year, so the lack of skins also contributes to very comfortable prices. So yeah, I would welcome it. It's been long enough, I reckon, and you got a very nice white tip there. Very cool. Right, so yeah, let's see if that potentially gets accepted. No talks, no words. Okay, well. Looks like we're now going to talk about the Escape from Island SAP skins made by Ronnie39s. Well, this kayak doesn't look so reliable. Okay. So, I guess it's a case... I guess the theme is you fell off overboard and landed on a strange island. Wonder what island that might be. That's cool. Right. Looks like you've been counting the days on your SAP, and now you're just trying to survive. You know what? That works. That's a perfectly fine idea. Doesn't seem to glow. Nope. In the dark. Yep. Cool. Very nice idea. Then we have a very colourful SAP. It is Calm Time, the continuation from the custom SMG we had accepted just a couple weeks ago. Mr. Frog and Keo have returned to now try and get a SAP skin being accepted. Shh, calm time. Very colourful. Now, what about that aim sight? Is that a different coloured aim sight? It's yellow and purple. Alright, that should work. Do we have an aim down? And there you go, perfect. And it is yellow. Bright. It's like a very dark yellow with purple. Okay, that's cool. Yep, that should work. Very nice aim sight. Good stuff. Right, let's see if that potentially gets accepted. SAP skins haven't performed very good this year. In fact, let's go take a real quick look. SAP. How are they behaving right now? Oh, God. Well, Banger SAP's doing alright, but I believe that's being pumped. If I just go take a real quick look, there's only 16 on the market. Cheapest one is $3.17. Buy orders to my right have... I guess people just like it. I do remember some people coming up to me saying Banger skins were being pumped, so that potentially... Do you see how this is very nicely in the green and everything else is in the red? Maybe Banger collection's in demand. But yeah, by default, pretty much all of the SAP skins that have come out this year are in the negative, except that one. So, quite unfortunate. Let's see if one of those new SAP skins could make a difference. Then we're going to take a look at the custom SMGs. We have the Dead Souls SMG. Looks like Dead Souls is continuing into weapons. Mr. KVA and Mr. Sad looks like they are now properly going to start delving into getting more and more skins potentially being made in terms of weapon skins. So what would we consider for Dead Souls next? What would you like with loads of skulls all over it? You could do like a Dead Souls sword, because that at least would have like a good ring to it. My sword has loads of dead souls, and you're the next one. Yeah, yeah. You couldn't say no to that, could you? Right. So it's got a very nice green tip on the aim sight that I see right there. Very helpful. Yep. So it's a nice light green. Stands out good. Hopefully in most environments. I'm sure you can see that. Right. That's clever. Good. Then we have another custom SMG, Sunrise. Yes, you might not remember, but Sunrise was a collection that was accepted a couple years ago. We have some deployables and armour. The last one to be accepted was 2019, so it's been quite a while. Earlier this year, we did see the likes of Hoodie, pants, gloves, boots. They weren't accepted. Could we potentially see the return? Could we see custom SMG being the next one to be accepted? And then we have... Oh, that was made by Keke. Just make sure you understood that was made by Keke. Yeah, alright. Then we're on to the Doce pump shotgun made by Antonio. So, just a nice bit of green. Nice red tip. just... Oh, there you go. We've got a 1 in game. So, yeah. Nice and simple. Can't go wrong with that. Doesn't seem to have any... Sorry, I'm hiccuping now, aren't I? It's a bit like nice shiny green here, and it's like a leathery dated green here. It's a bit odd to me. No explanation on the design. Alright, well, I guess we'll move on. We have Narcos collection continuing, but we haven't had one accepted just yet, have we? So, SMKSS, Marduk, and IGWT Menace, they are trying to make a collection. So far, they've made free skins in silver, and they've made free skins in gold. Yes, we have a gold version as well. So, their next skin is now the M249. I guess whichever skin potentially gets accepted first, whether it's the silver or the gold, from then on, they'll stick to silver or gold based on which one was accepted. So, yeah, let's see what happens there. So, let's just take a real quick look. It has a... Is that a red tip or a gold tip? That's not the best thing, is it? It's not super easy to see. I was trying to find out. Is it a red tip or a gold tip? I think that's a red tip. It looks like a red tip. And if I recall, I think it should... Yeah. Alright, if the silver one has a red tip, then I'm pretty sure the gold one has a red tip as well. So, yep, that's good. Very good. Right, potentially a new M249 skin on the horizon. Let's find out. Then we're moving on to the Monochrome MP5. Yes, we have some MP5 skins. This, of course, made by Fresh. We only have 2 pictures to take a look at. MP5 skins still not doing very nicely at the moment, but... Oh, look at that little smile. Little eyeball there, little eyeball there. Smile. Very nice. Cool. Yep, so cool design, but yeah, MP5 skins aren't performing very nicely, are they? They haven't really recovered ever since the recall update. But we'll see what happens from here on now. Maybe next year we'll see another recall update and the MP5 jumps back up and does very nicely after that. But anyway, could this potentially be accepted? We did just have a Christmas MP5 being accepted. We'll see. Then we've got the pixelated MP5 made by Evgen Brow and Say Chains. Let's go take a look over here. Yeah, good look at that in game. Very nice. Very cool. It's like digital camo. And then it's got a red tip, I believe. Yep, red tip for the home site. Sorry about that. Yes. Okay. I think we got a better look at it right there. So it's like a digital forest type of camo. Yeah, looks cool. So could that potentially be accepted? Then we'll move on to the Redemption MP5. Yes, Mr. Slonoster has continued his Redemption collection. So we saw the LR300 being accepted just a couple weeks ago. Looked very cool. And now we have a very nice, shiny, pinky, reddish, shiny MP5. Looking very good. Looking very nice. And, oh, we've got some comments as well. I can see into the slight cutout and update the skin a bit later. Oh, yeah, okay. The reason anyone making it should, without the aim sight slight cut down, introduce the blackout. Yeah. So, someone asked about it. If you recall, with the Blackboard MP5, they removed this part here with the aim sight, and that comment was saying you should remove that. I mean... If the Blackout MP5 was allowed to do it, surely every other person that makes an MP5 skin should be allowed to do it. So, yeah, this potentially might get updated to remove that panel as well. And that bit right there. So you can see just a little bit more. Does it make a world of difference? Well, we'll find out. You know, if people want it, if people want this bit removed and they're asking for it, maybe Slonoster will be updating this and we'll see a change. We'll find out. Tribalized SAR, black and white. Oh yeah, there's several of these skins. So Kozlov, today is my birthday, is it? And Just Mouse. So project fully free-handed inside the substance. Okay. I'm pretty sure he's referring to the fact that he drew it all off a hand. Like he didn't take any patterns and paste it in. He drew it all because he's a very nice artist, I'm sure. Oh, here we are. We've got a good look at it in game. HD, are you going to kick in HD? HD, kick in. We're going to go No, it's not turning on. I don't know why it takes so long to turn on to HD in these. Sorry about that. That wasn't very good, was it? Well, we've got a good look at the design, all on the side here. Very nice. Very cool. And then, do we have an aim down the sight image? We don't. But the tip is pure white, so yeah, okay. Right, and then we have another version where it's green. Yes, we have a green version. So, get a good look at that. And then get a good look at over here as well. Cool. And then here as well. So, yeah, I haven't seen many skins coloured like that before. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. It's like a pea green? No. Pea. The other kind of pea. Let's just move on. Grime Python. Yes, we have some Python skins to talk about. This is made by Bed. Very goopy. Oh, hang on a minute. If I recall, spinning round and round, spinning. I swear he made another Grime skin not too long ago. Someone did. Someone made a very, very similar idea. It wasn't accepted. But yeah, Grime skins. Do you want a nice goopy paint? Not very well thematically speaking. They didn't finish painting it. That's what I meant to say. But yeah. Yeah, why is it full of grime? Fun comic style idea. Will it be accepted? We shall see. Does it have a helpful aim sight? I don't think that's coloured in. It doesn't look like it is. Bed, no. You're supposed to colour it dark blue or light blue or yellow or red or something. It's just a regular colour. No, oh, it seems to be black. We shall see. I have to get a look at it in game if it's accepted. Then we've got the Sunset Python made by Shino. Ooh, you can see that. Oh, you can see how it progressed. So yep, the designs on the side, and then very cool. Sorry, hit my mic there. Very cool, like layout there, just to show what it looks like, and you can see some of the scratches, the colourful design. Yeah, very cool. Very nice little display there. And in game, got the nice shine on light over here. And if I could just, yeah, so that seems to be in front of a fire, and this is under light. So yes. Very cool Python skins. Do you have an image of you aiming down the sight? Yes, you do. And doesn't look like he... Is that white? Alright, okay, we can work with that. Or white aim sight right there. Then we're moving on to the Censored Python, made by Shaft. So this is very colourful. It's a bit of a yellow and cyan blue, I guess you could say. Well, it's like camo cyan blue, but yep. So looking quite interesting there. Stands out. It's definitely makes your eyes look at it. And look at that yellow aim sight. So very good. That's helpful. In game. Yeah, that should be a nice image. Cool. Right. And then we're going to move on to Blackshot Pythons. Yes, there was a lot of Pythons this week, wasn't there? Whew. I'm running out of breath, I am. So, if you recall with the Banger SAR, sorry, not SAR, Banger skins, they have that fun idea with the bullets being shot. See, he's done his own version here as well. It's got a bit of a comic-y doodle style with the face, etching, some stars, some symbols on the side. Looking pretty cool. This is made by Upor, or UPOR. Not sure how I'm meant to pronounce that. It does not glow, of course. And get a good look at that on the sides, yes. Then we're moving on to a Censored Python White. So this is also made by Shaft. I seem to have... yeah, okay, well... it is grey and yellow. So it still has the yellow aim sight. It's a grey and yellow version. It actually looks better. I think I like that one better than the cyan blue and yellow. That looks better to me for some reason. I'd like to see that as armour. Give that a shot. Then we got, yeah, already talked about that. Wait, hang on a minute. Did I do it twice? Yeah, I must have done it twice. Right, now we're moving on to AK-47s, starting with I can't pronounce your name. Pyh p pi p p. I don't know how to pronounce it. You don't write down how I'm supposed to pronounce your name. Right, so we have the Arctic Ops AK-47 with no stock. Looking very cool. Red dot there, green bits there. Nice. Do we have an aim down bit? Yes, we do, so we can see that. Aiming down, red usually helps in most environments, so that's always good. Now, can we get a good side shot? Now, yes. Nice white digital style camo again, yep. And then I believe we're about to see one with the stock. Yes, we do. So this is the stock version. I think I should have looked at this one first and then looked at the stock version, the non-stock version afterwards, because now we've got a very nice image where we can see all of it, and yeah, that's a whole lot nicer. So yes, looking very cool. We've had an AK skin being accepted every week for the past 5 weeks. Would we potentially see another? Well, actually, no, it's Christmas this week. But there's probably another Christmas AK potentially on the horizon. Maybe we want to cool off on AKs for a while. I've said this many times. AK skins should be rarer. They should be something that doesn't get accepted all the time. Maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months. Yeah, I feel like there should be a bit of prestige for it, if you get what I mean. So you could then sell them for $5 a piece if you want. Just saying, Face Punch. Make them rarer, make them seem more valuable, because we are oversaturated with AKs at the moment. It is a bit of a problem, and I feel like that's the only way you can fix that. Because new AKs just usually instantly go down to around $1 because people get instantly bored of them because there's another new one that's just appeared. So they are metal fodder. They get turned to metal, unfortunately, quite a lot. Anyway, let's move on to the next AK. We have the Royal Kit AK-47 made by Mr. Oasis and Mr. Schumer. Hello. So, very cool looking design. Let's get a good look at that. Like the skulls there with the wings. Then we've got the big red symbol there. Very nicely done, all on the sides here. Very nice. And then we'll get a good look at the... Oh, there it is on the back. We like that too. Yes. That looks cool, especially a loot leader here, yeah. Aim down the sights. Come on, buddy. Oh, there we are. Everybody should have an image of them aiming down the sights with their weapon skin. That is pure black for the aim sight. Not very helpful in here, is it? So, yeah. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Oh, we've got some gifts, and they're not moving very fast. Oh, that's unfortunate. Right, then we've got the LR300 Zombieland. So this is another skin that was resubmitted. Yep, so this appeared just before Christmas. Sean Mick and Ari Spectre have returned. Yep, you can get a good look at that. Very nice light pinky purple aim sight there. Very colourful skin. Cool design. Was it supposed to be for Halloween? Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Yep. But yeah, we've seen this before. Then we have the Predatory LR300. Yep. Mr. Verona has returned with the Predatory collection. He's been quite successful with it, hasn't he? We have seen the MP5, the L96, the AK-47 being accepted. Crossbow wasn't. LR300 is new. We've seen a very, very successful run so far. Will it end or will it continue? We now have the LR300. Maybe we'll see the crossbow being accepted next week, and maybe that gets accepted at a later date. You never know. But they are being accepted a lot, and Face Punch seems to like it. So we now have the LR300. Let's see what happens from here. And if we could just aim down the sight, well, we can't see anything. But if I recall, the aim sights always have a red and a yellow tip. Very nice, very helpful. So I wouldn't be surprised if this has the exact same one as well. Then we have the Ruby Crystal LR300 made by Snake Eyes and Yaks. It's very shiny. Ooh, get a good look at that. Problem is, we literally just had the Redemption LR300, which was very shiny and very, very reflective. So cool. But it was also very reddish as well. It was like pinky red. This is just full-on red. But I am aware that this is actually a counterpart, because this isn't the only Crystal LR300 made by Snake Eyes and Yaks. No. Oh, red tip there. What we also have is the Ocean Crystal version as well. So, yep, Snake Eyes, Yaks. You can see it right there. Reloading the gun, pulling it out. Shoot. Reload, very cool. And yep, that's what it looks like in game. Mr. Snake Eyes has been trying his best to get his Ocean Crystal skins being accepted. It's been quite some time now, hasn't been successful so far, but potentially we could maybe see next week, maybe possibly. Yeah, we'll see. Let's get a good look at aiming down the sights, and yes, this would have blue, a nice dark blue. Well, it's a kind of lightish blue. It stands out in the green, so that's good. All right, cool. So we're now moving on to a bolt-action rifle. Yes, Mr. Robstar and Mr. Diaz, they've decided to now try and get a bolt-action rifle skin being accepted. Here's the fun fact of the year. We haven't had a bolt-action rifle skin accepted all of this year. Could we potentially have one accepted at the very last Rustle rotation of 2022? Yep, so bolt-action rifles just haven't had a skin in such a long time. Don't believe me? We'll go take a look. To SMM! Bolt bar, baby bar, sorry. Cheaper rifles. So I'm referring to marketable ones. We have not had a marketable bolt-action rifle for about a year and a half. Yes, the last one to appear was the Poseidon bolt-action rifle, which came out at the end of June in 2021. Most of them are in the positive. Because we've hardly seen any being accepted for such a long time, a lot of them have been started to get bought out and, people like to use them. But yeah, it's awkward. It is awkward. For some Cold Hunters are doing a bit better there, isn't it? Stick to the point, Hedge. We've just simply haven't had a bolt-action rifle accepted for a very, very, very long time. Oh, did you see that? Green and red. That is not very good quality. 1440 60 my arse. That is not lies. Anyway, yeah, it's got a very nice red tip for the aim sight. Maybe we can get a better picture. There we are. There we go. Yep. So military collection has been quite successful this year. Quite a lot of weapon skins being accepted. Could we see the first bolt action rifle skin being accepted for the last roster rotation of 2022? Let's see. First skin of 2022. That's what I meant to refer to for the last week of 2022. Just stick to the point, Hedge. Let's roll. So, yep. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Then we have the Mutation Thompson, the early Thompson skin of this week. Looking very good. Made by L4FER and Golden Dreamer. So, get a good look at you. A very cool design. So, I don't know what I'm looking at. It's a strange design, and I can't really get my head wrapped around it. You say mutation, I sit here and say... mutation of what? the gun. Sure, okay. But you can see how they designed it. Some nice symbols, and then, yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Can we get a aim down the sight image? Aim down the sight? No. But it is a black tip. Black tip for the aim sight, so... should be alright. Should be alright. Then, lastly, again, cold skin, we have MDE introducing us to an M39 skin. We don't see many of these. Last M39 skin to be accepted was the Bombshell M39. Was that this year? It was, yeah. So we hardly see any of these skins ever being accepted. Of course, we did have the the Bombshell M39. Sorry, rolled over my tongue there. Yeah, so that's now selling for $1.58, but for a long time this was selling for around $1. So only now has it started to pick up. Sold quite a lot at 17,000. This sold quite a lot. Sold 40,000. There's a reason why this is selling for $2 when it released at $4. So you kind of understand that. There's far too many that are bought. Anyway, point made. There's not many skins. Could we potentially see a new one? Cold Hunter, will that continue? We haven't seen a Cold Hunter skin accepted since... must have been the double barrel shotgun for Complete the Sets. So, yeah, let's see. M39, let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Part of a beloved collection. Yeah, you get the idea. So, we've just gone through all the tools and the weapons. Gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please consider voting. Remember, go to the workshop and vote for all the skins that you like. Show your support, let Facebook see it, and then potentially that could help the skin creators get their skins accepted. We're now on to the final part. It is clothing and armour. Starting off with Hissing Friend, made by Shedmon. Shedmon has been very creative with his burlap head wraps. this year. He's been trying his best to get some clothing, skins, hats and whatnot with very fun animal designs. I think the most recent one was his spider one for Christmas. No, Halloween. You wouldn't have it for Christmas. No, Halloween. There we are. Spider head. That was very cool. And before that, we had the kitty cat. We had Panhead, which was funny. Then we had the kitty cat. Why wasn't that accepted? Give me a good enough reason why that wasn't accepted. Anyway, we now have Hissy Friend, and it looks very cool. That's actually a very cool idea for a Burlap headwrap. Obviously, keeping the image, of it is the Burlap headwrap, but it's now a snake, of course. So I quite literally said what I see. Sorry about that, but you get what I mean. The cat was literally just a cat, but this actually keeps the image of what it is. So I think you have a much better chance of having that one accepted compared to the previous ones. I still am very sad Panhead was never accepted, though. That looked funny. But of course, that was a bucket helmet and it only had the top. But it had spaghetti. Oh dear. Anyway, fun, very creative, but would it be accepted? Could we start off 2023 with a very fun, cool idea being accepted? Let us find out. Moving on to the pixel cap. So, we've been talking about this. Divadan, he has returned to making rust skins. He very recently just had his bandana being accepted. Very nice. We are assuming he might start making armor soon, right, Divadan? Right? We got the hoodie, we got the pants. Where's the armor? Please give us the armor. We need the armor. If we do see the armor, we will see that those hoodie and pants, and likely the balaclava as well. Maybe all the tools and whatnot and the weapons potentially go up in price by a lot. We are waiting. We are rubbing our hands and constantly waiting for the arrival of the pixel armor. Tier 2 or Tier 3, doesn't matter. We just need it. Please give it to us. We need more core pieces. So yeah, we're waiting on that still. It's perfectly fine to have a cap. Caps are fine. Caps are fine. Give us the armor. Caps are fine. The last cap was the zombie one, if I recall. You get plenty of caps being made, but only every now and then do you see one of a decent quality being submitted. So I think that's got a very good chance of potentially getting accepted. Oh, we've got a 3D view. Does it spin around or what? Do I have to spin it? Oh, I have to spin it. So, wee! Very cool. Sticking with the themes. Looking very nice. Oh, okay, right. Then we have Aborigine. So, you probably don't know of this, but a good month ago, we had... Yep, there it is, right there. We had a very cool deer skull mask and poncho made called Aborigine deer skull mask and poncho. But wasn't accepted. Maybe we could still see it next week or the week after because of the holidays and whatnot. That potentially could happen. But it looks like Vlek and Igor... They are now trying to get a hide shirt and pants being accepted, which I'm all for. If you recall, a good month and a half ago, I made quite a fuss about how we simply don't have any marketable hide shirts and shorts. Hide pants, sorry. Well, if I type in hide, you'll find out that we only have 2 marketable hide shirts and hide pants in existence. That's a skirt. My apologies. I made a mistake there. I mean, skirt. You can make a hide skirt if you really want to. Skin creators out there, start considering fun ideas. So we'll do hide pants for the start. So yeah, there's only 2 marketable hide pants in existence. They are very expensive because of that. And then if I type in hide shirt, is there 2 or 3? I swear there's only 2. No, not skirt. Shirt. Shirt. Am I right? No, yeah, I'm right. Shirt! Give me the shirt. Why can't I find it? This is weird. This is weird. Vest, isn't it? No. Oh, it is. Life. So, here we have the Tribesman hide shirt and the Celtic hide shirt. Yep, they are expensive as well because they're the only ones that exist. The last one to have come out, 2018. It's been years. Years since the last hide pants and hide shirt. So could we potentially see some more being accepted soon? Maybe. I'd like to see items that haven't had skins in a long time being accepted, having some things being accepted. So Aborigine technically is a collection. So we've got the deer skull mask, the poncho, the pants and the shirt. Will they be accepted at some point? Let us find out. Then we have the continuation of Frog Cosplay. It's not armour, nope, but it is Roadsign gloves and booties. So, Mr. Emilio Frito with Sacadisa Milias, they have returned. They have brought here... We knew this was happening. They said the next things they were going to make were going to be boots and gloves. So, we were aware of that. We talked about that. And this potentially could have a bunch of people wanting to buy some Frog Cosplay in anticipation. Let's see if that's actually happened. So, have people made speculative purchases, assuming we might see Frog Cosplay armour in the near future, as in Tier 2 and Tier 3. So, they are sticking at around $1 at the moment. $1.04. And over here we have $1. Have they been bought out? Doesn't look like there was any buyout. So it doesn't look like people were really budging. They would only really make a move if we saw Tier 2 or Tier 3 in the workshop. Much like what we saw with the likes of Apostate a good month or so ago. When we saw Apostate Tier 2 appear, or Tier 3, either one, we saw a whole bunch of Apostate hoodie and pants being bought out. Unfortunately, they never were accepted. And now we're sad. So, Frog Cosplay, looking very nice. I'm led to believe, though, for the Rustle rotation, or rather for next week, for the next week's submissions, I wouldn't be surprised if Emilio tries to make a tempered deployable. They sell at much higher prices and they sell a lot. And I wouldn't be surprised if he makes that push, because with so many people not working so much at the very beginning of January and school and whatnot, I think it's a great opportunity to get something very valuable and in demand out during that time. So whilst this is nice, either make Frog Cosplay armour, or he's going to probably make some deployable tempered. I think it's probably going to be tempered. So Frog Cosplay tempered, Frog Cosplay tempered, one after the other. So you get the idea. Then we've got a whole batch of skins here for deep diving suit, or deep sea diving suit. So we've got Clark Denis and Got Time. They've worked together to make a whole suit. And you know what? We have seen 4 skins of a collection being accepted at once before. Could this potentially be accepted all in one go? We've got the bucket helmet, hoodie, pants and boots. So, it is fun, it is wacky, it is silly, but do you reckon that's got a good chance of being accepted? Do you like what you see? Do you want to run around and pretend you're a deep sea diving person? I don't know. Deep sea diver, that should have been... yeah. So, cool idea, guys. Very fun. Will that potentially be accepted? Gentlemen, viewers, if you like what you see, please consider voting for it. Please consider voting for other things as well, because we are now looking at the chemical pants and hoodie made by Multi-Name and Marco. If you keep changing your name, I'm calling you Multi-Name. So, we have chemical pants and hoodie right here. Get a good look at that. It's obviously supposed to be like the hazmat. Fun idea. Looking very cool. Like all the tape keeping it all together. That looks stable. What would the armour look like if you got to the point of that? Is that going to be held together with tape as well? Wouldn't be very good armour. It'd be quite flimsy. But you get the idea. Very fun idea. There we are in the daylight. Yep. So remember what I said. If you like what you see, please consider voting for the skins that you like. Then we're going to move on to the Black Gold jacket. Yes, we've returned to Black Gold. Not Frosty, sad. But why would Bad Trip, Hulk and Mama, why would they want to make Frosty if that DLC just came out recently? The chest plate and the face mask. You know? But he could make hoodie and pants. That could still work. And people would probably like that, because people are using Frosty Kilt with that DLC. But let's stick to this point. Black Gold, very nice. Sold very nicely in this past year. Very popular in-demand collection. And that looks very cool. And it's been a while since we had a jacket skin being accepted, hasn't it? So let's see if that potentially could get accepted. Looks very good. Black Gold, been very nice and very successful. Lots of weapons. And armour, of course. And then we are finishing off with a very silly pizza bandana and poncho made by Jimmick and Lysaint. So, yes, Jimmick. He was the guy that made the pizzeria furnace just a couple of weeks ago. Well, he thought, you know what? Screw it. If people like pizza so much, I'm going to turn them into a pizza. Yes. Do you want to dress up as a delicious, lovely, cheesy pizza? Well, grab a slice and put it all over your body. You can turn into the Pizza Poncho Man. Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, so the pizzeria sold very nicely, over 20,000 sales, and I'm pretty sure Jimmick thought, you know what, that did alright, why don't I just make more pizza themed things? So, for the new year, would you like to dress up as a pizza? The option is there for you. We are looking at this week, of course, being Christmas only again, so has TGG made his week 2's? Nope, that will... Okay, so we will have the holiday picks week 2 potentially being ready, maybe in about an hour or so. So yeah, I will be making a video for that as well. But at the moment, I feel like I need a bit of a rest. I have talked for quite a lot, haven't I? So yeah, this was week 1. We are still awaiting week 2. So here's the thing: will we potentially still see week 1 skins being accepted? I was very hopeful for Yeti Tier 3, but didn't happen, did it? And then, of course, there were some other skins. Northern Lights Furnace, that looked really cool, but it wasn't accepted. Are we potentially going to see week 2 having a lot more skins? What I'm saying is from what I recall, week 1 for Halloween this year, 11 skins. Week 2, 15 skins. This Christmas week 1, 11 skins. Christmas week 2, what might happen? Well, we'll find out soon, I guess. So, yeah, that is on the horizon, and I'm waiting for that collection to come out. Maybe I will upload both of these talks on the same day. Maybe, but yeah. Christmas skins, you know, I've already made this talk. Very nice to have, but not great investments to put your money towards. They are only good for long-term investing, so I've talked about that long enough. So, yeah, I hope you've been enjoying your Christmas event so far, and I hope you do enjoy Christmas in 5 days' time. Hope you have all nice and cosy with your families and enjoy your nice dinners and whatnot. Hope you get some nice presents. Best of luck to all of you skin creators, and once more, as I said, to all those viewers out there, if you liked any of the skins that you just saw today, please consider voting. All you have to do is go to the Rust Workshop, take a look around, look at some of the skins that we saw today, and as I said, if you really did like it, please consider voting for them. Plenty of things out there, but what was your favourite? Feel free to comment below as well if you like that. So yeah, all good. Thank you all. Hope you have a lovely day. Best of luck. Have a good one. Yeah.